Coming up on Mountain News this morning, fans are showing support for Coach Cal after the announcement became official. And tourism bureaus are working together to bring more folks to Eastern Kentucky.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 6 a.m. on Wednesday, April 10th. Now let's send it over to meteorologist Tim Drawbridge on this rainy morning for a quick look at your forecast.
Good morning, Olivia. Good morning, everyone. Yes, I know rainy, but mild. Could be colder, right? Yeah, I know. We won't go there. 54. Let's check outside our door here at WYMT. We're all in the 50s this morning. As warm as 57 at Somerset, Lexington, and Moorhead. It's cool as 50. Should make your way across the state line into extreme western Virginia. The pinpoint Doppler radar showing mainly light action, but some yellows stick out like a sore thumb. Across eastern and southern Kentucky, it's all light. Make your way back into central Kentucky on the approach into Lexington, up through Woodford County, and continuing through central and southern portions of Madison County. This is tracking up toward the Mountain Parkway, toward Moorhead, West Liberty, and Mount Sterling. And we'll continue to keep an eye on this, obviously, through the rest of the morning. Additional moisture, not only what you can see, what will continue to evolve, will play out the rest of the day. So showers, a few thunderstorms, maybe a little brightening when we see the action wane a bit. A forecast high this afternoon, up to 73 in Hazard. We stay unsettled, a little cool, beautiful weekend. Details with the First Alert 7-day forecast coming up in just a few moments. Olivia?
All right, Tim, thank you. John Calipari is leaving our old Kentucky home with the news of John Calipari's departure from the Kentucky Wildcats. Fans are already buzzing about who could potentially fill his shoes. Calipari's tenure brought immense success to the program, so the question on everyone's mind is who will be the next head coach of the Wildcats? Some names have already been circulating in discussions among fans and analysts alike. Kelsey Soto talked with fans yesterday morning at KS Bar and Grill about the future of UK basketball.
Welcome back. It is Kentucky Sports Radio.
Big Blue Nation is Big Blue anxious.
I think that's the hardest thing about all this is that, Coach Cal, it's not been great how this has kind of been handled, I feel like, and there seems to be a lot of things that are up in the air and a lot of rumors and not a lot of confirmation by anyone.
It's even the talk of all the major sports media networks across the country.
We won't have the NBA players, but we might have more wins. That does matter.
Coach John Calipari's time with the Cats has come to an end, but who will replace him?
I also think we're acting like the new guy won't be able to do anything.
The Dixons here celebrating their 28th anniversary at KS Bar, and despite the uncertainty, they are still grateful and remain optimistic.
We just want the best for all parties involved. We're very appreciative of what Cal has done for us over the course of his tenure here, and we wish him the best. And we, however, want to get back to basketball where there's good rapport and relations with all involved.
Longtime fan and UK grad Tyler Gaduli tells me time is of the essence, and the clock is now on to find the future leader of Kentucky basketball.
A lot of people have a lot of ideas about who that could be, and I think we'll just have to see how it all plays out, hopefully sooner rather than later.
That was Kelsey Soto reporting. Many here in Eastern Kentucky are also reacting to the news of John Calipari announcing his departure. We had the chance to catch up with some people in Perry County. One man says it is all about winning when you are the head coach at one of college basketball's blue-blooded programs.
I'm not surprised he fired. Well, I'm not surprised he's changing schools because he's not winning. And Kentucky, like Rick Pitino said, it's a Roman Coliseum of basketball. You got to win.
John Calipari was brought in as the successor of Billy Gilipsey back in April of 2009. Here's a look at some of Calipari's accomplishments while he was the head man in Lexington. The first 10 years of Cal's time at Kentucky was great. Of course, 4 Final Four appearances and that 2012 national championship. That team finished with a record of 38-2. Kentucky had 5 30-plus win seasons under Calipari. He also led Kentucky to 6 Southeastern Conference regular season and tournament titles. He also won SEC Coach of the Year 4 times. And we are also hearing from Ellen Calipari about her husband's departure from the university.
Being a coach's wife is a different thing than being the coach, and you just have to be supportive of what they're doing, and if he feels like it's time to move on, I have to support that, and it's not easy, and we will miss a lot of things about Lexington and the University of Kentucky.
Ellen Calipari also says she hopes the things her and Coach Cal have done for the university and the state of Kentucky leave a lasting legacy. The University of Kentucky is extending its confirmation deadline for first-time students. UK says the extension is due to delays in FAFSA availability and processing. The extension is for students enrolling for the fall 2024 semester. Students now have until May 15th to enroll. Tourism bureaus in Kentucky have partnered in hopes of bringing an even better traveling experience for visitors. The 6 bureaus launched the Horses, Horsepower, and Haulers initiative. 2 tourism bureaus from Eastern Kentucky are involved in the partnership. Officials say they look to highlight 6 destinations in the state. Harlan Tourism Director Brandon Pennington says their plans are flexible.
We are going to not only be hitting travelers who are coming as individuals, but we're also using this initiative to work together to bring in group travel too. And so the entire itinerary that we have a 4-day itinerary and we have a 7-day itinerary that's perfect for individuals and groups both.
2 of the attractions highlighted will be Cumberland Falls State Park and Portal 31 in Harlan. Crews finished renovations at Portal 31 late last year.
A good Wednesday to you. We're starting on the mild side temperature-wise, wet as well. The radar in a moment. We're all in the 50s this morning. As cool as 50 at Clintwood, as warm as 57, not only at Moorhead and at Lexington, but at Harlan to boot too. All right, here we go. The pinpoint Doppler radar showing basically light activity across eastern and southern Kentucky. We'll continue to see this type of pattern with the showers on and off as we head through the day with some heavier rain right now tracking in toward Beattyville and eventually getting closer to the Mountain Parkway here as it pushes through a good portion of Madison County and about to knock on the door not only through New Circle Road but into downtown Lexington. This will also track up toward you, Moorhead toward Ashland as we head through the next 60 to 90 minutes. Broaden the view out. More moisture is lurking. More moisture is headed this way, including some of those elements regarding a severe weather threat in the deep south today. We'll have to keep an eye on the midday hours here for tomorrow. All right, the travel forecast wet not only this morning, but also this afternoon and with a little brightening up to 73 and Hazard. More about the First Alert 7-day forecast and the threat for tomorrow in a few moments. Olivia?
Thank you, Tim, and thanks for joining us on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Still to come, Arizona's Supreme Court reinstates a Civil War-era abortion law, causing criticism to come from both parties.